Today I'm gonna talk about 10 horrible things about kayak fishing that you didn't even think of, and I'm gonna tell you how to avoid some of them. The first one is tedious setup time. Why? Because it's gonna take you forever to set up your kayak, and sometimes you don't even want to deal with it. There are times that I want to go fishing and it's just a problem because I gotta take 10 things. The solution is to have a simple setup. Simple paddle kayak with a paddle, a little tackle box with a few lures, a rod and reels, and just take it out fishing. That's it. That's all you need to do to have a great time on the water. So have a easy setup on the side, and then you have your full ready tournament level setup on a little trailer that you could just hinge it and go. Another thing that we don't think about is how long it's gonna take us to get our kayak from wherever we have it on the water and bring the food and everything that we need to go and have an amazing fishing day. And while you're doing that, the bugs are probably gonna eat you alive. So that's something you have to keep in mind. Dress appropriately and have some bug spray or something. At least do some research where you're going, because we all been there. Fireworks for your light. We all been there where it has taken you just maybe 10 minutes to launch our kayak, but man, those bugs just ate us. Another thing is, whether you like it or not, we all share the water. And sometimes you go to a spot and there is a fishing guy, you know, somebody that got paid to take somebody fishing, and they get to your spot where you are and they get mad. I don't know how to fix that situation, really. I would say just try to share the water, but some of the fishing guys may not be happy with it. You know, they're not gonna be happy that you're on a little tiny boat catching all the fish that he wanted to catch for his client. So yeah, just try to make friends. That's what I would say in that situation, but you're gonna encounter it. Another thing that you probably didn't think of, and it's kind of bad if you're on a kayak, is that you're gonna have reckless boaters on the water. They don't care about you. Even if you have 20,000 flags, they may just run you. Why? Because they're mean. So you gotta account for that. So you gotta be alert, know where you are. If it's a high boat traffic area, get out of there, move to a shallower place where they can get you. So take measures to be safer there on the water. There's also some jet skiers that don't care about you, so you gotta keep that in mind as well. The jet skiers are not as mean as some of the boaters, but you may encounter them. Another situation that you're gonna encounter, and you probably didn't even think it was a possibility because you probably think, oh, I'm a private citizen, nobody cares about what I do on the water, is that if you have a really good setup, or even an inexpensive kayak that you put a lot of stuff in it and it looks amazing, people are gonna walk up to you and they're gonna start asking you questions, and sometimes it's very annoying. And I don't see a way to avoid all that unless you just have a simple kayak, like a Walmart kayak and one paddle. Nobody's even gonna ask you about it. But not even that, somebody may come over and ask you. So, you know, I don't have a real defense against that.
Is it that bad?
To me it is.
That just makes you sound mean.
If you're just like a normal person and you have a motorized kayak and everything, they come to you and just ask you a question because they don't know who I am, and they do it to me all the time. So it's bad. It doesn't matter how much research you do, it doesn't matter how many videos you watch, you're probably gonna end up buying the wrong kayak. It doesn't matter if you go on a demo day and you take it in the water and you have fun and everything is beautiful. At the end of the day, that may not be the right setup for you, because it depends a lot on what type of water you fish. I mean, you may get a kayak to check all the boxes and you take it on the water and boom, it's slow and you can't fight 3 miles an hour current and you feel bad about it. The solution to that is to have multiple kayaks. Like I was saying earlier, you get the simple, easy to use kayak with it's just the kayak and a paddle and a fishing rod, and you go fishing. You also have your tournament level kayaks that have all the riggings, everything you need. And maybe that kayak is not good enough to fish offshore, or is not good to fish shallow water, so you add up other two setups to fish those kind of waters. I mean, there's not a perfect tool for everything, and I understand that not everybody's gonna be able to have 2 or 3 kayaks or the space, but if you're able to, I think that's the best solution. Otherwise, just try to get the kayak that check the most boxes for your favorite type of fishing. And if that is inshore and one day you wanna go offshore, maybe borrow a kayak from a friend. Another horrible thing is, I mean, it's a sad story, but it's that sometimes you're gonna find out that a lot of the communities that we have related to kayak fishing, they're toxic. I mean, I say it all the time. You go to Facebook, you're a new person into the kayak fishing, you post your setup, you like it, and there's someone saying that sucks, that's horrible, whatever, get a hobby, you know. And that's sad. And how to avoid that, I would say, do your thing, and the comments you don't like, just mute them, block the person, do what you have to do. You don't have to take it. So number 9, sometimes you may need a bigger boat, and that's okay. I mean, even if you love kayak fishing like I do, I want to take my family out there fishing. Sometimes I don't want to deal with 7 kayaks, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to have a boat that I could just take everybody with me, and boom, a boat is perfect for those days where you want to take your friends and family members on the waters, and you don't want to deal with all the stuff that, I mean, with a lot of stuff that I went over in this list right now. So yeah, it's okay to have a boat as well. All right, the last horrible thing about kayak fishing is the lack of space. And no, it's not that you are on a little tiny boat, but it is that you take so many things with you, so much stuff, that you end up not having any space whatsoever to actually be comfortable right there on the water. I'm guilty of that. I heard somebody say that in order to get to the most efficient point, what you have to do is go fishing one day with everything that you have, and then the next day take a few things out that you don't need. Keep taking things out that you don't need. Eventually you're gonna get to a point that you realize, damn, I left that thing in the house and I need it today. And at that point is when you realize exactly what it is that you need in order to have an amazing time on the water. So keep it simple, keep it to a point that it works for you, and that's all you need. You'll be happier.